What's going on, guys? This is Billz from Achievement Land, and this is the achievement walkthrough for Woodle Tree Adventure Deluxe. This game just released onto the Xbox One today, May 8th, 2019, for a price of $4.99. It's a pretty easy completion. It takes less than an hour, actually. It's not too hard. The only thing is there's a little bit of a grind at the end. So I'm going to go through this whole game with you and show you where all the you have to collect 3 tiers in all the levels. So I'm just going to run through every level and I'll show you where the tiers are and you can get through it quickly. And then I'm going to show you the best level for the end where to grind out. So when you start the game, you talk to this tree and he'll tell you to collect the tier. So just go forward and collect that and then it'll start the game. And then it's going to bring you to the main hub world. Now, you got to get 2 things, and then we could start the game. We got to collect this bag here. And then go upstairs, and you get a leaf. We use that to hit enemies. Now we're going to go to this ball here, and this is going to be the first world. Alright. Now, there's these things all around these berries. You want to collect them. You don't have to get every single one of them. It's not a big deal. Just get as many as you can as you're going around. But as we're going through the levels, we have to collect 3 tiers. They're not too hard to find, but you can run through the levels pretty quickly if you know where they are. You can just get them and finish the levels. You really don't have to go crazy on getting the berries. You just want to get a decent amount just so that you can progress. But you don't need to get that much of them. Towards the end, there's a level that you get a lot in. So, but we're passing by the berries, so just grab them. You don't have to go too far out of your way to get them. Is what I'm saying. Especially for a couple of them. Sometimes it makes you go far out of the way to get like 2 or 3 of them, and it's just not worth the time. But you can go up here. Sometimes in this game, the camera angles are a little weird. It messes out. You can mess with it with the right thumbstick. But what I found is if it does mess up too bad, just keep walking and it should fix on its own. Try not to mess with it too much. You can kill the guys. Be careful. 1 hit and you'll have to go back to the beginning. It doesn't matter though if you go back. You'll probably go back a bunch of times in levels. It's not a big deal. You don't lose the berries or anything. But it can be annoying when you're like towards the end of a level and then you have to go all the way back. So just be careful. Now we got 1 tier. There's another tier up here we're going to get. The levels are pretty short as well. Here's the last tier that we need. Now we have 3 tiers. Now all you need to do is get to the end of the level and just grab berries on the way. You hold X to run and A to jump. Sometimes when you're running and you jump, it gets a little slippery, so when you got to do certain jumps, it's better not to hold X so you can make the jump better. And be careful of these guys. You don't need the berries that much. It's not worth dying, so don't go crazy. You can jump over this part. You don't have to wait for this thing. And this is the end right here. So that's what we're going to be doing in every level. Just go through, get the 3 tiers, grab some berries, and then finish the level. And your number goes up as you do it. There's 2 different levels. There's a bonus level, and you need to have enough berries to play them. There's one that's 600 in the house, and then the 500 one's in the back. The one that's 500 is actually really good for grinding at the end to get all the berries that you need. You get about 300 or so every time that you do it. Alright, now the first tier we're going to get is to the right. Wow, that was lucky. After you get a tier, you can just jump off. Instead of having to climb all the way back up and go back up, you can just jump off. You'll be right at the beginning, and it's a lot easier. I did that a lot throughout this game. After I got the tier, what I needed, just jump off and go back to the beginning. Alright, our next tier is up here. Be careful walking in this area, and over here it's easy to fall down. You gotta like jump through those things. And also over here making this jump's a little tricky because of the camera angle. I wouldn't even mess with these down here. Don't even go for them. They're not worth it. It's very easy to fall off. And there's only 2 there, and the other one has 1 over here. So just don't even get it. It's not worth it. You don't need it. Now we have to make our way back here, and we're almost done. We have our last tier to the right here. Luckily, it gives you checkpoints sometimes, like halfway through the level. So if you do die and fall back, you won't go too far back. But just be careful here. You gotta jump up into it, and it will pull you up. If you don't jump high enough, you'll drop down. And there we go. Another level done. Another achievement. You get achievements as you get berries and unlock things with your points. I'll show you what the yellow leaf is after. So levels are very easy. It's not too hard. The only thing is, it's easy to die sometimes. You get hit, 1 hit, and you have to go back. And it's easy to fall off sometimes. The controls are a little slippery sometimes, and the camera angles can be annoying. But overall, it's a very easy completion. Get the thing, drop down. Work your way back. Now go to the other side. You don't really have to drop down on these ones, but I just like to. Alright, this time we're gonna go straight back. Now, like I was saying, like sometimes you don't have to go out of your way. This one has a bunch of berries up here, but over to the left, you don't have to go in that area for those 3. Like, that's really not worth it. But over in the right area, there's a bunch all over here. And then we got our 3rd tier in the back. Plenty of berries to grab here. Careful of the baddies. It's kind of a pain going up this. You have to stand on the edge to get up. And just be careful going back. Now all we have to do is climb up and put these in the cup, and we're done. You can go 2 ways here. It doesn't really matter. The top way just has a guy up there that you could die pretty easily from, so be careful. This guy right here. But either way you can go. It doesn't matter. They both have berries. You can go both ways if you want to get all the berries. And then the ending's right here. Alright, we can actually go to the right. There's these feathers, these leaves that we're unlocking. They actually make your weapon better if you grab one of them. You'll actually have projectiles. It makes it easier to kill the guys. Alright, let's go to the next level. This one has a lot of annoying berries that are like in the hives. I wouldn't even worry about them. They're annoying to get, and they'll just be a waste of time. Here's our first tier. This one's very easy to die on and go all the way back, so be careful. We're gonna climb up there for our second one. Then our last one is back there. Let's go back there. Going the wrong way here. Be careful of dying though. You will go all the way back. You don't want to do that. But after, just go back up here. Get the berries and finish the level. And watch out for that guy. Almost 500 berries already. We got the orange leaf. I don't know what's different with the leaves. I think maybe it's just a bigger projectile, maybe? Alright, the next level is upstairs. Alright, this one has berries all around the perimeter if you want to run around and get all of them. The first drop is over here. You can jump from the side, or you can go up here and jump. Either way, whatever works for you. It's not too bad. This octopus can kill you and bring you back if you want to be lazy, like me. Now just be careful, make your way up here. Try not to hold X and run too much. Like I said, it can make the controls a little slippery. Use the projectiles to your advantage. Now there's a little weird thing that happens here. When you go in this room, it changes the view and sometimes it messes up the camera. If you just keep moving forward and jump over this, it should fix it. It's kind of annoying, but just don't worry too much. Our second tier is back here. Careful of these guys. Now our last tier is kind of hidden. It's actually down below, and it's inside the hut. I didn't even realize that I got it at first. I just realized that I came out with 3 after. So, yep, there's your 3rd one, and now just go to the ending. There's another level to do upstairs, and that's how you beat the game, but I went to this one first. This is one of the extra levels. It's a pretty easy level. Has a lot of berries in it. There's a tier that we passed, but we're going to come back to it. We're going to climb up and then work our way back a little, and then we can drop down to it. Could be a little tricky making those jumps, but if you get up here, there's a lot of berries, and there's also another tier. So you have to come up here, and then we can work our way back and get a bunch of berries, and then drop down and get that first tier. There we go. Now just make your way all the way to the right. We got one more tier and a bunch of berries. There's a lot of crabs and stuff, so be careful. Now we have to go up here. That was close. And here's the cups right here. We get an achievement for doing the extra level. Alright, we're going to go upstairs and we're going to do the last level. And then we'll get the achievement for beating the game. And then we still have to do the extra level 2. And then you're going to keep playing that level for 3,000 berries. Alright, the snow level. If you go to the right, that's where we're going to get our first tier. Just jump up here. And then drop down. Next one will go up. You can grab all those berries. I'm just going past them for now. Down here, not worth jumping down. If you do fall down though, luckily you don't go back all the way. You only go halfway. You go right here. So at any point past this, anytime you die, that's where you'll go. But we're going to work our way up. You can just go right either way. Just go to the right and then drop down. tier number 2. And work our way back up. And then tier number 3 is right there after this. I did the same thing, climbed up and dropped down again. Careful of that guy who will kill you very easily. There's a lot of guys over here, so if you want to just shoot and get them out of the way. Actually, there's not that many guys. There's a lot of holes. Or it looks like. No, it's just an illusion, I guess. That's weird. I thought it was like really dangerous over here. There's these guys though. Alright. And after that, you'll get the achievement for beating the game. You collected all the tears. You saved the world. We got the credits. Alright, we got 4 achievements left. We gotta unlock the white leaf, collect 1,000, collect 3,000, and play the extra level 2. We should unlock the white leaf once we get back into the hub world. Yep, if you have over 850, I think that's how much it is, or no, 800. So if you have over 800, you get that achievement, and you can use it. Now, the last level we have to play is extra level 2. Now, we need to get our berries to 3,000. Right now, we're at 860. So, what we're going to do is just play this level over here over and over again until we get to 3,000. It's not that bad. You get about 300 each time. It goes quicker than you think. But I'm going to show you right now how to run through this level and get all the berries. You have... The cups are there when you start right at the beginning. Now you have to go around all the different ways. I'm going to start by going left. There's a bunch of berries all over here, up here, down below. We're going to go all the way to the left to get the first tier. And collect the berries on the way. Now you'll be doing this level multiple times so you can play around with it and go whatever way you want, but I'm going to show you the way that I did it. Shooting also like goes through rocks and stuff, so you can just like send the projectile like forward, just shooting everything out of the way. Like that. Now over here to the left is where the tier is, so after you get it, just drop down. It's too long to go back. Now we'll be back at the beginning, and you can go whatever way you want now. You still have to go forward, and we can go right. We can also go left and down. There's this whole area down here of stuff to get. A lot of guys too, so make sure you're killing them. There's so many berries in this level. Next tier is all the way at the bottom. Now you can keep climbing down, but I got down there this different way on accident, and then I started doing it like every time. If you jump over here and just hold to the left, you'll get down here. You can get down here just like climbing down the stairs or whatever. You can even just drop down all the way when you start. Just jump off to the left, and you should land on the grass down here. I like to drop down because then you can climb up, and as you're climbing up, you can collect the berries. Alright, now we need to get one more tier, and that's the one for going far back. Now we can go to the right as well. There's a bunch of berries to the right. See, I probably should have just dropped off. I would have started back at the beginning. Alright, now to the right's a bunch of them. To the right's another way to get to the bottom as well. So you can go to this way and then go down if you want. You can mess around and find the best route for you. You can go down this way and then drop down to the bottom. That's how I did it sometimes. Or even just go down here and then kill yourself and you'll be right back at the beginning. Like this. Alright, now the last place we gotta go is straight ahead. I'm gonna go right and go around. There's a bunch more up here. Takes about like 4 to 5 minutes to run through and get all the berries and stuff. So it doesn't take that long to finish this game after you complete it. Especially if you get a good path down. Now be careful in this area. I would just shoot projectiles straight ahead and just hit them all. I kept running into them like a dummy. But it will bring you back. I did miss some here, so I wanted to go through these anyway. But yeah, whenever you get to that part, just shoot the projectiles straight at them and it will go through all of them. I didn't do it now, but after I was doing it every time, it's just because it goes through the logs, so you can just send it right through them. Alright, up here, this is where we're going to get our last tier, and then we're going to be done. Climb up here, be careful. Get that last one and then jump off. And that will bring you back to the beginning. And we can finish the level. And after finishing it the first time, you'll get the achievement for finishing extra level 2. I'm only at 1200 here, so I had to keep playing it over and over again. Not that many times, it wasn't so bad. But you should have collect 1,000, beat an extra level 2. And then after that, just keep playing that level over and over again. See, we have one more achievement left for 3,000, and that's our number there, 1,200. And this is the one in the back that we're going to keep doing, the 500. You get about 300 or so every time you do it, and then after you play it enough times, eventually you'll make it over 3,000, and you'll get your last achievement, and you'll have your completion. And there you go, another easy completion for only $5, and it's out now on Xbox One. Thanks so much for watching, guys. I hope you liked the video, and I'll see you next time here at Achievement Land.